Hi, BookTube. So today, today I would like to talk about a upcoming book that'll be out if Goodreads is anything to go by. I'll leave the link to the Goodreads article of this book in the description. If Goodreads is anything to go by, it should come out in October of this year. It was announced in December of 2021. This book's publication was announced in December of 2021, and I kept thinking it would come out sometime last year, in 2022, or earlier this year. But yeah, after a while, now it's coming out. Now I think it's going to come out in October. So this book, I would like to talk about it so I can compare my initial thoughts of its announcement with my thoughts after I have read the book. Anyway, this book is Julia by Sandra Newman. Julia by Sandra Newman is a retelling of George Orwell's 1984, but from Julia's perspective. And the various articles I read on the internet via a Google search about this book said it is a feminist retelling of 1984. And when I read the word feminist, I was kind of put off. And don't misunderstand me when I say this, when I say I'm put off by it, because I am all for any method of female empowerment and promoting women's rights. I am all for that. But does it have to be via the lens of George Orwell's 1984? Now, Sandra Newman did get the blessing of the Orwell estate. So, there you go. They approve of it, even though I'm a little bit skeptical of it. I thought 1984 was about the rise of the surveillance state and everything that comes along with it. Everything about totalitarianism. It was never about taking away the rights of women specifically. Now, with all of that said, that's not to say I don't approve of this book, because I am going to read it. If the book expands on the world building, I'll cheer it on, and I'll be very, very happy and grateful that Sandra Newman wrote this book. I just feel that if you wanted to write a dystopia through the perspective of a woman, I thought that was already done with Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. And I have incidentally read The Handmaid's Tale and its sequel, The Testaments. Should The Handmaid's Tale get a masculine retelling? Oh boy, I see Margaret Atwood's head exploding when she hears that. But okay, yeah, I don't want to make fun of anyone. Don't get me wrong, I love The Handmaid's Tale. Don't change anything about it. I read it, I loved it. That was just a joke. That was just an example of that was just an example of an argument I'm trying to make, in the sense that a feminist retelling of 1984 is redundant. Even though I will read it and see for myself if it works. To be fair though, some other books where the main character is a woman, it's had a male retelling. Like the the lady who wrote the infamous 50 Shades trilogy rewrote the entire trilogy from the man's perspective. And Gone with the Wind also had a masculine retelling. So you can look this stuff up, by the way. It's on the internet. So to be fair, this has been done before. I just feel that, like I said, does it have to be 1984? We've already had a dystopia from a female perspective. And another reason why I was put off when I read the word feminist was I was reminded of an interaction I had with somebody on an internet forum. So I was promoting my new, my alternate history book that I recently finished writing. I haven't gotten to publishing it as an ebook yet. I need to find the proper time, and I need to be in the right mood and so on to get it out as an ebook. Right now I'm focusing on writing my crimes and slasher novel. But that's not what this video is about. But I had this interaction with someone on an internet forum. I was talking about my book. And my book is a first-person narrative, an alternate history first-person narrative. And the book's called The Coffee Thief, by the way. It's not out yet. It's not out yet. I made a limited edition print run of it. Anyway, oh, by the way, email in the description of my email in case, I'll get to that in a second. But I had this interaction with this person, and he said, why can't the main character be a woman? The short answer is because I'm a man. And to be fair to me, there are two strong female characters in my book. Okay? They're just seen through the eyes of a man. Sorry. Anyway, I didn't answer him, but I am answering him now in this video. So I thought, what? That's like I said, that's the second reason why I was put off with this so-called feminist, the word feminist retelling. Now, my email in the description. I have an offer to make. If there is a female author watching this video, in the unlikely chance there's a female author watching this video, if you want to do a feminist retelling of my book, I'll give you the green light to do so. But it has to be coordinated, it has to be with my consultation and with my blessing. If you want to do a feminist retelling of my book, I'll give you a free copy via mail. I'll send it via mail. Email in the description so you can have a correspondence. I'll give you a free copy of my book so you can do a feminist retelling of my book, if you want. Even though I'm basically a nobody in the book world. But that's another story. Anyway, despite my criticism of this book, I will still read it. And I think I've already said this. If the book expands on the world building, I'll forget all of my criticism, my initial skepticism of this book. If Julia expands on the world of Oceania, if Julia gives a different angle of how to bring down the party and Big Brother, like if Julia has a better chance of bringing down the party and Big Brother, then I might be for it. But we already know how this story ends, and it doesn't end up pretty even for Julia. So if it just tells a parallel story but does not expand on the world building, then yeah, my criticism is very, very valid. What was the point of this book? All right, thanks for listening.